it's a beautiful day. It's just a beautiful day just because it's another day and I'm here to see it. But it's a beautiful day because maybe for once, occasionally, that things in this country, United States of America, actually work out like they should. And I'm referring to two things, both concerning politicians. One, the former president of the United States, and the other, a freshman congressman from the state of New York. But actually, both things actually center around New York. So, I guess New York is, at least for today, is the place to be. Let's start out with the congressman first. We'll go from the least to the greatest. We got this cat, George Santos, who was elected from the state of New York as a congressional representative. I forget what district he came from. But anyway, it was soon found out that after he was sworn in, that his whole campaign was a lie. That everything in his resume, everything that he presented to his prospective voters was false. Even down to his name. And yet, you can't really blame the voters per se, because they voted on what they saw and they gauged their vote on his ability to deliver what they thought that they needed from their representative in the Congress of the United States of America. That's how a democracy is supposed to work. But see, George Santos, and that's probably not his real name, because he originally came from Brazil, and it seems that when he left Brazil, he left under a cloud of sketchiness, darkness, doubt on his moral character. And then when he came to the United States and settled in New York, he continued to live a dishonest type life. This guy has defrauded people in the United States. He's defrauded people in Brazil. He's he started out with simple dumb shit, cashing bad checks, came to the United States, fake charities, fake GoFundMes, fake resumes, and he's just worked his way up to the Congress of the United States. Now, in a way, if you really wanted to look at it, you could say maybe his role model is the next person we're going to talk about, up to a certain extent. But this lying thing has become an unwanted part of our political system. Politicians have always twisted the truth or avoided reality to promote their agenda, to get votes. But recently, say within the last 10 or 15 years, it has just become okay just to flat out fucking lie to get your way. And the bad part is, it's crazy because it took that to start a movement in the United States to get people actually interested in voting again. The democratic system, the electoral system, has been in place since the first Constitution was ratified. But people, citizens, us, ancestors, descendants, whatever, have lost the true meaning of the vote. The voter is supposed to be the one that has the power, not the people that are voted for. They are truly supposed to be your representatives, up to and including the President of the United fucking States. But the more liars that get over and get into Congress, the more Congress becomes a hall of lies. It's not about what's needed, it's about what we want, what we think. And what that results in is an ineffective Congress, because it's one lie against another lie, against the truth somewhere caught in the middle. And liars don't listen to their constituents. Maybe they listen just a little just to figure out what the next lie they're going to tell is going to be. But they don't listen to the problems of their constituents. They just go about their day doing whatever they can to make people think that they're doing a job, but they always ensure that they put money in their pocket, that their lifestyle is secure, at least until the next election. So, George Santos, the DOJ came after your ass, and you know what? I hope they hurry up and bag you and get you the hell out of Congress, because if McCarthy had half a backbone, if the Republican Party gave a real shit about the integrity of the United States government, your ass would have been gone from day one. You would have never ever been allowed to take that seat. But because politics is all about numbers, and the Republicans wanted a majority, they wanted to guarantee that yes vote, just like when they tried to put Herschel Walker in the Senate of the United States as the senator from the state of Georgia, knowing that he is a fucking less than qualified for that job. But they just wanted to plug a square peg in a round hole just for that yes vote. Same thing with Santos. Probably behind closed doors, he's a very distasteful person. Nobody really wants to associate with him except for the news cycle, the sound bites, and the I don't know, the stunning points that they get for dealing with Santos. I mean, Gates has fucked around with him. Marjorie Taylor Greene has messed with him. I think even Boebert had a little bit to do with him. But it's all about the show. It's not about the go, because Santos is just about him. He doesn't care about the United States of America. He doesn't care about the people that voted for him back in New York. All he cares about is the next lie he has to tell to maintain his status. Well, George, I hope that, all your work wasn't in vain, because eventually you're going to have to sit in a courtroom, federal courtroom in the state of New York, and then you can choose to tell the truth or tell another lie, depending on how smart you are, if it's really part of ingrained in your character, or if lying is just a mental defect that you have. But you're going to have to face justice. Maybe like, your role model for the first time in your life. I don't know, but you don't deserve to be in Congress. Now, let's get on to the big thing. Donald John Trump was found liable for sexual assault and defamation of character in a federal libel suit. They didn't hit him up with the rape, but everything else, it was a solid yes, and it's going to cost him $5 million. Now, why is this significant? Well, just the fact that a former president of the United States, much like when he went to be arraigned in Manhattan, finally got dealt with by the very justice system that basically, even though, we have a separation of departments of government, branches of government, the executive just got smacked up by the judicial. And that doesn't happen. That is just, once you, in America, once you get to certain levels, as long as you halfway play the game correctly, you can go off into the sunset and do whatever. Be peaceful. Die a happy life. Get your moment in the rotunda and the flags at half-mast, and you sit in the history books, and they build your presidential library, and 100 years after you pass, school kids won't even know who the fuck you are. But Trump circumvented all of that because he's not concerned about the after. He's concerned about the here and now. And that's why he lies like he does. That's why he told the lies he did. That's why he did what he did to E. Jean Carroll back in that department store so many years ago. Because there's a certain character flaw that seems to be prevalent among people of a certain financial status that kind of indicates to them and those like them that the world is whatever it says it is. That everybody is here for my entertainment, for my pleasure, for my desire, because I am who I am. And once E. Jean Carroll got up the gumption, because she was just living with the horror of whatever happened. But once she saw Donald Trump come down that escalator and say he wanted to be president of the United States, and it looked like he was going to become president, and he did become president, E. Jean Carroll thought about the character of the person that was sitting in the Oval Office. And not, even if she probably had animosity and hate towards Trump for what he did to her, but she also realized how dangerous that made him, and he was president of the United States. Now, yeah, surely she sued him for her personal monetary gain, but by successfully getting him in court and letting him being deposed under oath, people got to see for real what the real Donald Trump was all about. And they basically found out. It was disgusting. Well, that's it. Hopefully, it's goodbye for George Santos. Donald Trump, sign that $5 million check and have a nice day, buddy. And for the rest of you people, some of y'all I love, some of y'all I can't stand, but for everybody, peace out and God bless. From Uncle Ricky at Uncle Ricky's house.